For my project, I chose to read the book American Nursing, A History of Knowledge, Authority, and the Meaning of Work by Patricia D'Antonio. I chose this book because prior to this class, I had very little experience with nursing history, and this book seemed to provide a wide range of historical coverage while also relating back to present day. I was also interested in the focus on women's and African American history and its relationship with nursing history. The 2010 book was written by nurse and historian Patricia D'Antonio. It provides a broad range of nursing history from the 19th century to present day. She starts her book in 19th century Philadelphia through the lens of medical providers who provided training to nurses in hospitals. This started the ball rolling for nursing becoming an educated and highly skilled profession. She then moves on to discuss the late 19th and early 20th centuries, where white middle class dominated the discussion. However, she also points out how African American nurses were able to carve out their identities in their own communities. In the following chapter, D'Antonio compares nursing on the East Coast to that on the West Coast and the new opportunities nursing afforded women. She also discusses how female African American nurses were afforded more opportunities than male African American doctors, underscoring the value placed on whiteness over education and experience at the time. The next chapter tells the story of women in 1919 who were wives, mothers, and also nurses, and how nursing allowed them to create an identity for themselves while maintaining commitment to their faith and families. She follows this up by examining both racial and gender stereotypes faced by nurses in the Deep South. Closing in on the mid-20th century, D'Antonio then discusses the battle for desegregation in North Carolina and its effect on nursing. D'Antonio's final chapter, Who is a Nurse, analyzes how nursing has progressed, the advancement of the nursing field, and changes in education standards in nursing. In her book, American Nursing, D'Antonio analyzes nursing history through several lenses. The first lens looks at nursing history as pedagogy, meaning education and teaching and how it informs our identity and or addresses sensitive topics. D'Antonio describes the changes in nursing education from informal to hospital-based training schools and then on to bachelor's and master's programs. Throughout the book, she addresses sensitive subjects of race and gender and how they have shaped nursing identities and history, as explained in my summary. The second lens looks at nursing history as evidence, how it gives voice or bears witness. This book has no shortage of that and contains testimonies and stories representing a wide range of nurses from many different backgrounds and time periods. One such nurse is Nella Larson, an African American nurse and novelist who graduated in 1915. Larson graduated from the Lincoln Hospital School of Nursing in 1915 and then moved on to have a career in nursing until 1923 when she decided to leave the nursing profession and use her education to pursue a career in writing during the Harlem Renaissance. In 1944, after the death of her ex-husband, Larson returned to the nursing profession, much to the dismay of the writing community. There, she was able to reconstruct a quieter life for herself until her death in 1964. The third lens looks at history as explanation. In other words, using history to provide context and explanation for the present and a way to look forward. D'Antonio consistently does this throughout her book, but most particularly draws connections and encourages the reader to look forward to the future in the last chapter, Who is a Nurse. She discusses how the past shapes who we are as nurses, but also where we go from here and how we can learn from our past to inform our present and future. Overall, I really enjoyed the book and this class as a way to start to figure out my own nursing identity, but also to appreciate where we came from as nurses and where we are now.